keep coming back.
And they're back.
Yes, we are. What are we on? 19? 19. Good job, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like the polo.
Thank you, man. We coordinated today, man.
The black,
yeah. I got the message, got the memo. You can't see it on my.
And you know, one thing is, and we'll put it on there. Is I've been getting quite a few people that like our probate swag.
Oh, the Probate Hero Collective swag.
Yeah.
This chair's on wheels. I'm flying all over the place here. Jeez, man. What kind of studio is this?
Hey, but we're working it.
Man. Well, yeah. So with the swag, the
hats, the polos,
the hoodies. Yeah, we can. If anybody wants any of that stuff, just reach out to us. We'll make the arrangements to get it to you.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? Are we gonna do maybe the first however many? They're free, or what? Are we gonna do?
We'll do some. If you reach out, maybe we'll give one away or some. If you're posting a comment or something
like that. Yeah. You know what? Anybody who partners with us.
Oh, for sure.
You get all the swag. You get all that. Yeah, we're going to hook you up with the whole.
That's your swag bag.
We'll get you all swagged out.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, good. I'm glad you brought that up because swag is available if you guys want some. Mm-hmm. Be happy to hook you up with that. Just ask. But today, man, today we're talking about the most difficult side of this.
The prospecting, the mindset,
the phone calls.
Yeah.
And I don't know where you stand with phone prospecting. I don't know if when you grab the phone, if it feels like it's 100 pounds.
Well, that first call sometimes always is.
Yeah, no matter how seasoned you are.
Yep.
But you're going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth today on prospecting and what that looks like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why don't you just get into it, your process?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like you said, right? Prospecting is the name of the game if you want to succeed in this business. And what I mean by that is a lot of times, most of the time, it is a numbers game. Now, when I got into the business in 2007, right, I had no clue what the hell I was doing, right? Flopping around for a year, maybe did one deal. But then I got into coaching, learned how to run the business as a business, prospecting, role-playing, scripts, and that's what I was able to succeed in my regular real estate business. And then I, found a niche in short sales. It was another process, scripts. And then as your pops mentored me, when I reached out to him, this was back in 2011, 12, same process, right? Scripts, role playing, learning what to say. So,
who wrote those scripts?
Well, you're looking at it right here. But so it's just applying that regular real estate business, expired, for sale by owners, just listed, just sold, your database, and transition into this, which is probates. And with probates, as we've always talked about, we would love for you guys to partner with us, and we're rolling out the coaching program. But the prospecting is the name of the game to succeed in this business. And what I mean by that is, it is a numbers game and it is a roller coaster, okay? And picking up that phone the first time, if you've never done it, it's 100 pounds. You don't want to do it, but that's how you're going to learn. You're going to have those conversations. You're going to stumble along. You're going to fail forward. You're going to learn what they're, what common objections.
You're going to be called a bottom feeder.
Well, that's coming, right? And, in this niche of probates, unfortunately, you do get called some names that kind of makes you question, am I even calling this niche?
This sucks.
It does suck. And for an example, one just recently that I was calling, I had a decent conversation. Let me call my aunt, who's the personal representative, calls me back and he's like, this is a scam. You're a scam. And he starts going off and off. I said, sir, hold on. Well, no. This is a scam. You're trying to get money from me. You want my social? I said, I've never asked you for money. I've never asked for your grandmother's Social Security. But, they're getting calls like that, and then you're calling. So this is where the art needs to come into play. And the science is the scripts. What do I say? What is the script? What it's the deliverance.
It's also having confidence in what you're doing.
And the confidence comes by doing this business.
Yeah.
Because you've done it. You know that you could help them.
If someone's never prospected before, or maybe they have prospected, but they never actually had success where they've had a good phone call that led to a deal, right? It's very easy to get beat up so bad and take it so personal that it'll just kind of like stab you in the heart, so to speak, and you just don't want to get back on the phone again.
Right.
So that's where that mindset comes in.
100%.
And 100%. Leveraging our success, guys that are doing it. Right. We're making phone calls and we're getting deals from these phone calls. So it is possible.
It does work.
It does work.
But you got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
And as Ray was mentioning, the systems that he was trained in with his coaching, the scripts, the objection handlers, the role playing of the scripts, internalizing the scripts to understand the pace of the conversation, your tonality, the cadence in your conversation, how to mirror and match on the phone call. This is all the exact same way that we train agents like you who are working with us. We do the exact same thing. And when I started back in 2005, my father didn't even put me into his probate business. He had me hire a Mike Ferry coach so I can learn how to pick up the phone, how to make phone calls. He knew that their coaches were going to teach me how to use scripts, how to break down scripts, how to formalize the phone call and make it sound like a natural conversation and develop and sharpen those skills. Then year 2, 2006, he's like, okay, now you're mine. You're going to take all that stuff that you learned and apply it to probate.
Right. Which you did.
And that's exactly what I did. I wrote the first script. Right. I just took a Mike Ferry expired script and just kind of tailored it to probates. And the script has evolved over the years to what we use now, which is a phenomenal script. Script.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the key, right? It's just the conversations you have with them. And you said it just a second ago. It's the tonality, the deliverance. And that all comes from just by picking up the phone and making calls.
But you want to role play.
Well,
because you don't want to practice on your prospects.
Well, to put this in perspective, right? Every professional team practices nonstop for, let's call football a 60-minute game. They're practicing every single day, right? For a 60-minute game. But the only people who really don't practice is who? Realtors.
Yeah.
And I say that with 2 syllables, realtors. To go to this next level in this business, especially in this niche, you have to be role playing. What is role playing? It's you and another agent, hello, and you going through the script, and then the partner giving you objections, and maybe it throws you off guard and you pause for a second, and so that's how you practice, because you're going to get that. And if you stutter or stumble a split second, you've already lost that trust in this niche.
Yeah.
So it's the science, the practice, and the role playing, the script, and it's the art. And the art comes from just by being involved. The tonality, the mirror and matching, right? And doing all of that. And that takes time. But if you're doing it every day, right, it's the accumulation effect. You're going to start moving that direction in a positive manner. So, but you have to be doing it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just like what Ray was saying. Practice makes perfect. I like to say perfect practice makes perfect. And the agents that really excel with us, they're practicing. They role play with us, but then they also role play amongst themselves. So they can practice every day. We're not going to be able to role play with one agent 5 days a week. We can't do that. But we can give an agent one day where they can work with us, but then those other days they work with each other.
That's right. They all work with each other. And when I say practice, you want to be doing that a minimum 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, in 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes, 15 minutes you, 15 minutes your partner, and you guys are role playing. And that right there, I promise you, you are going to start seeing a huge difference.
Yeah. And the thing that the other thing that we also will have you do in our training program is your role-playing sessions with us or with amongst other agents that you're in the training with. We're going to record all of those role-playing sessions.
Well, that's another level, which if you want to really see yourself, and really get to that next level, exactly what you said.
If you want to get good fast, you're going to record all of your role-playing sessions, and you're going to listen to them back, and you're going to think, gosh, I sound awful.
God, that's me. Oh my God. Why would anybody hire me? But that's how you learn.
You're going to learn from that. Yep. That's how you build that cadence.
Yeah.
That's how you build the tonality, by hearing yourself back. Oh gosh, do you hear how I said that? Yeah. Now you can say it differently the next time.
And you can listen to your tonality.
That's what I just said.
That's what I'm saying.
Like an actor, a lot of famous actors that you probably enjoy their movies, when they're first learning a script, they're doing it in a mirror.
And they're being filmed.
Well, that's why they do it in a mirror, because they know they're being filmed. So it's not only how they sound, because they also record themselves, but they also do it in a mirror. So not only can they hear themselves on the recording, they can see what they look like with the words coming out of their mouth. Right. And you got to take that same approach to this. I'm not saying you have to stand in front of a mirror and role play and practice the scripts, but it doesn't hurt you to, after you've role played or in between role playing, get in front of your mirror, read the scripts, get off book and say them to yourself in the mirror, so you can see how your face moves around the terminology and delivering these ideas and delivering these lines. That is going to help your tonality and your cadence. And like what Ray was saying, the delivery of the information is so important.
Well, huge, because remember, we're on the phone, right? And what is it, 70+%? It's your tonality, that not what necessarily what you're saying, but the energy and how you're saying it is what they're hearing. And you got to have your energy 10 times up over the phone, because that's what needs to come across and convey to the estate, right? And just, it's that deliverance, but you're getting that from practice.
Right. And we have, with our training program, all of the scripts for both probate and pre-probate. We have multiple different scripts, because everyone, we all understand everybody's got a different personality, right? You're a type A, you're this, you're that. So we have the scripts to match your personality traits, and you can go through our library of scripts and try out different scripts, find the one that works best for you.
Well, see, and that's a great thing you said that, because like you just said, there are those different personalities, but then you may need to, you should learn all of those, because the prospects you're going to be speaking to are all different personalities, so you could adapt. And versatility is the number one key for you to really have huge success, because your personality style may not match with theirs. So you need to adapt to their personality style, that versatility.
That's mirror and matching.
Exactly. And that's exactly why it's so key to be doing all of this. And the training, right? And the scripts. So this is huge.
Role playing is by far the linchpin to all of your success with probates. Like we're saying, you're not only going to learn how to deliver the script, how to deliver the words, how to deliver the information, you're also going to learn how to be a better listener.
Wow, that's a whole nother podcast, but active listening is key, because when you don't practice, what's going on in your brain is you're thinking about, what am I going to say next? You're not listening. But when you've practiced so much where it's internalized, it's just who you are. That way you're actively listening to the estate, and then you just automatically are adapting to the conversation. Active listening, that's a whole nother skill.
But and you might be sitting there thinking, oh man, this is quite an uphill battle.
That's what it takes.
How long is this going to take? It really is up to you.
It's going to take however long it needs to take.
Jump in and practice. Right away. Download scripts, read them, role play with us, role play with other agents. the more you practice, the quicker you're going to get really good at delivering the information.
Well, again, we're sales professionals. Our job every day is to be doing this stuff. You may be thinking, oh my God, that's exhausting. What else you got to do? You got to put the time in to make yourself better so you could be a better sales agent for the estate or any of your prospects. So it's just something you have to have in your daily schedule, Monday through Friday minimum.
Yeah. And like we've been saying, we offer the training. Okay, there's basically two ways to go about it. You can either pay a very large fee for it, which if you want to pay it, we're happy to train you, give you all the materials and give you access to everything. But we're hiring. Come and work directly with us. And here's what I want to point out. Okay, as I get into this little part of the episode here where we talk about that we're hiring, our brains are very similar to parachutes. They only work when they're open.
A good point.
Okay, so you might be sitting there and you're at a Coldwell Banker or Intero or Keller Williams or Remax or wherever you're at. Okay, all reputable companies. I was at Remax for a long time. All right, I have nothing negative to say about those companies. But what I will say is you can do the real estate that you are doing right now anywhere. You can come and partner with us to add this probate piece, and nothing changes in your business. Your business is only going to get better, and your business is going to become recession-proof. Because if you work expired listings and the market gets really, really, really hot, properties aren't going to be expiring. So now what are you going to do? How are you going to hit your numbers, hit your goals? How are you going to hit the income goals that you need each year, right? You're going to find something new that you need to do to offset the lack of expired listings, right? You can do expired listings anywhere, okay? You can do probates anywhere, but the difference is if you want us to train you, come and work directly with us. Don't work for us. Come work directly with us. Keep your business how it is, business as usual. We will add that probate piece to you. Good market, there's still probate leads every single week. Bad market, still probate leads every single week. It's consistent. You can scale it. It's dependable. And once you learn what we will train you on how to do and master, you'll never have to worry about where's my next deal coming from ever again. Because you will have this probate niche in your bag, this feather in your cap.
Right. Good point.
So we're hiring. Reach
on.
out to us.
On board.
Like I said, our brains and parachutes are only going to work when they're open. So if you're open-minded, just reach out to us and have the conversation of what it would look like if you came over to work directly with us and get started in probate training. We'll provide you with all the scripts, all the training materials. You'll get a copy of my father's book. You'll get all of our marketing pieces, our online marketing pieces. You'll get everything. You'll have direct access to Ray and I to role play with, and all the other agents that are in our group to role play with them as well, and the whole part of the community. So I hope your brain's like a parachute.
That's right. Stay open. Be open.
Stay open. So,
all right. Well,
that's a good episode for today.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe.
Yep. Subscribe. Hit that button.
So you don't miss any of the other upcoming episodes. Yep. But as usual, I'm Gary.
I'm Ray.
This has been the Probate Hero Collective.
See you next time.
See you next time.